In this video, we're catching bass to stock in my pond. As of right now, the pond only has catfish, bluegill, and a few minnows, but we're hoping to go out with some live bait, catch some bass, and introduce the newest predator. And we're out here with Adam. Here's the game plan. We want to try to catch these bass with live bait because I think that's going to be our best odds of catching them because the weather's not perfect. It has rained the last few days, but I think if we can throw a live minnow out in front of these bass, I think we can catch them. So we're actually going to be loading up the minnow traps and setting those first, as well as a bluegill trap, and we might just get lucky and actually get some more bluegill to stock the pond too. Because you got to remember, if we're stocking these bass, they are the apex predator, and well, you got to make sure they have a lot to eat. So that's 1, 2, 3 minnow traps, and then we got this one Temu fish trap, and it's actually pretty good. It works actually pretty good.
What'd that cost?
It costed me $12.
It's pretty expensive for Temu.
Yeah, it is actually. The catch. Now, there's a catch. It took like 2 months to get here, and it might break today, so we'll see. It ain't much. It's not much. Here, I'll show them how it works real quick. This is funny, though. Normal minnow trap. This is actually the KG minnow trapping kit. It's robust. It's made in America. It will last you 14 lifetimes. You put bait in it, put it in a creek, in a lake, river, whatever pond. Little minnows can swim through the hole to eat the bread. They can't get out because they're just not that smart. Downside to this, there's not many, but one of them is that you're limited to that size hole, so it's not really a bluegill trap. We're thinking about modifying one for a video. Should we just do that now?
That would work.
We can just do
You
that
just
now.
cut it, wouldn't you?
Yeah, we just make the hole. Let's do that. But yeah, usually we're limited to this size hole for the minnow. We're gonna make it bigger, see if we can make it work for bluegill. Right in a second, but right now let me show you how this fish trap works. It's actually kind of cool, I like it.
So this catches.
This thing, I'm gonna be honest, it'll catch anything that can fit in it. And it's got pretty big holes. We caught a bass in this thing before. So, I mean, if...
Small catfish, too.
Yeah. The problem is that they put a random hole in the bottom of it, so all the fish fell out whenever we caught them. But I got that tightened up right there. We might be okay. We're just gonna throw bread in there. It's a weird trap. And, you know, if you drop it in a briar patch, it's probably gonna be ripped up, but it's been okay. We're gonna test it out again.
I've never seen one like that.
It's kind of weird, but we'll see how she does today. Now we got the big question. How do we cut a hole in that thing to make it big enough to catch a bluegill, which can be up to like 2 inches tall?
Snippers.
Snippers. We could do a grinder. Let me see if I got some. I might have exactly what we need. Watch this. I bet I already have exactly what we're looking for. I believe it's literally right here. How's that? Is that not exactly what he's looking for?
That's perfect.
That's perfect. This is a crawfish trap, so technically it's a little different, but it's just a bigger hole. Let's see. So if we do that, the bluegill can definitely fit in there.
It limits your size still, the bluegill.
Yeah. We are kind of limited to size. I'm actually going to push it to where it's even a tall trap. To where now the bluegill have to swim tall ways. Because bluegill are like thin, but they're kind of tall. So I'm going to push these together, make it like a taller trap. That way we can fit a bigger, taller bluegill. And still be able to catch him. But not the hole so big that it knows how to get out. That's the plan, at least. We'll figure out whenever we check them. Yeah, we'll give it a shot. I don't know. Take this back. We'll use this one today. So yeah, that's pretty much 4 traps we're putting out. We're putting out these traps, one for the bait we're going to try to catch the bass with, but then also, if we get lucky and we catch some bluegill in these, we would love to have those in the pond because the more, now that we're putting the bass in there, we really got to make sure there's plenty of bait because these bass can eat the fish like crazy. For bait, old reliable, expired hamburger buns.
Hey, I got a biscuit from the store down there earlier and it wasn't no good. We can try to use it.
All right, yeah, we'll stick it in the trap. That'll work. What kind was it?
Sausage, egg, and cheese. It's been there a while.
Dude, those are usually busting.
It's been good cook.
All right, boys, we're heading on down to the creek. We're gonna set some traps.
Nice day.
It is a good day. Weather's good.
Water's gonna be muddy.
Yeah, so that's the thing. It just got, well, a hurricane just came, so I'm expecting the water, it's post front. Usually it's not the best for fishing, and the water's probably gonna be a little dirty, but that's kind of what we're hoping the live bait will help with. Because hopefully if a good minnow sitting there shaking, I'd say a bass ain't really gonna pass it up too much. And we got a pretty good spot we're going that needs some bass taken out of the pond, which is a good thing because it makes sense. We're gonna take them out of a pond that they need taken out of and putting them in a pond they need put in. Sound good? All right, bet. Catch you at the creek.
Yeah.
Looky here. Not a bad looking spot.
That's clear.
We're gonna take a look at this. I don't know if we're gonna set it just because I've not done too hot right here. Looky here, boys. We've had us a little squirrel right here eating nut. Anyways, I've not done amazing here lately.
This used to be the hole.
This used to be the spot, but every time it floods, it changes. Like that big thing right there wasn't there last time. But I never really do good here, so. I mean, it's a good spot. Probably a good spot for a cast net or even a line. Cool spot to check in on, but I don't think this is a spot. I don't think this is the juice anymore. No. It's good to catch one or two, but not for a whole trap. We'll move on to the next spot. Let's take a look at the other side.
Yeah, it's as deep as I've seen it.
That looks really good. I just don't know how many fish there is there. I don't know if there was going to be any. They'd be right in there. You see anything right in there? You see anything moving?
No.
If we can see a little herd of minnows, we may set it, but I don't really see nothing.
No either.
Sometimes this creek's got them, sometimes it don't. Yeah, I'd say we can find a better spot.
Yep.
We're going to keep on moving. We got 4 traps total. I think we know some better spots.
That was where you filmed mine and yours first video ago.
First video ever. It's this one right here.
7 years ago.
Maybe longer. It might be 8 now.
You're pretty much a veteran. You're a vet.
What?
You're a vet in the YouTube game.
I've been in this game a long time, you know? 8 years. And the crazy thing is some of y'all have been watching the whole time.
If you're an OG, comment in the comments.
Tell us how long you've been watching. Now, if anyone says it's been watching for 10 years, we know that's not true, because I've just not been making videos that long. I think I'm coming up on 9 years, though.
Yeah.
But I really got going 8 years. At the beginning, the very first year was nothing but like fishing reviews. No one watched them. All right, we'll catch y'all at the creek. Let's see, that spot looks good, but I don't do good there. This spot over here looks good, but I just don't do good. Let's try this spot one more time. Come on now, let's try it. It's crazy. As much as I've been minnow trapping, I'm not like an extreme expert, but it's crazy that some spots look so good. You see a ton of minnows, but you just can't catch them. Other spots are about the size of a tire, and you catch a ton every time.
I don't see any minnows.
If we don't see any, probably not, because we've not done good here anyhow. We got plenty of holes. That's okay. Let me check the other side. I just don't do good over here. For whatever reason, I just don't do good. As good of a hole this is looking, I just don't do good. I don't know what to do.
You gotta play your statistics.
Do what now?
You gotta play your stats now.
It's
It may look good. You'd be the best hitter in the world, but if you batting 100, you're not very good. It's not very good.
There you go. That's all it is. This is a
100 hole. I mean,
it's a 100 hole, not the one we're looking for.
you get a hit every once in a while, but most time you won't.
Now that ain't what we're here for. We're here for results.
Yeah, we're here for a 1,000 batting average.
And I can take you to the hole right now. Don't look like much, but it is. Check under that tree. It's a tiny hole. You see anything good or not really?
I don't see anything moving.
Right here's the hole. This is the 1,000 hole.
I don't see nothing.
Dude, it might be a bad minnow trapping day. I have no idea. It could be. They're supposed to be here. They was here a few days ago. They were probably here a few days ago.
That's a perfect spot for that trap.
You gotta have pretty perfect conditions to set this thing.
I just seen one swim by.
Right here, wide open, this is pretty perfect condition. Give me a minute. All right. Pull out some buns. Let's see, I'm gonna do 2 buns. And then there's 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. August 13th. Is it August?
Oh, yeah. You passed August.
Oh gosh, yeah, it is past August. These are good to use. It's kind of finicky to set. Oh, come on now. We can get it to fall right there. We got it. That's a good spot. Boys, it's about to float downstream. There we go. Now she's sinking. I'm gonna stick her in there with the stake. And may not look like much because it's not, but I feel like we gotta get you. I think it's a good hole. We still got those 3 other sets, so let's go set them. We'll find a good spot. We'll get minnows, that's for sure. That's kind of like an extracurricular bluegill trap. But we'll get minnows for bait right up here. Guaranteed.
Is that bass still in here?
Last time I checked, he was in there. We'll have to check the legal stuff, because he might be too small to take out of a creek. But I don't know. We'll figure that out later. All right, on to the next honey hole. I don't know if this is a honey hole or not. We're gonna check it out. I ain't never looked over here. What do you think? You think we set the... No, we need to set a minnow trap here, because that's a minnow hole. Let's see, there you go. We don't need a deep one either, so we can use this one. No, we need... Hold up, I'm trying to figure out my ropes here. We need this trap, but this rope.
What's the difference?
Well, this rope's a lot longer, and that spot's really close. We got some deep spots. We're gonna need a long rope later. All right, this is another experimental spot, but hey, if we got 4 traps, we can afford to set 2 experimental locations. Because if you experiment, I mean, shoot. You never know, that could be your next best spot. Oh, I got something else cool we're gonna use later. We're gonna use a new fishing kit I made. It's actually legit. For the live bait, it'll be real cool. We'll get your thoughts on it.
So I am a fishing expert, so I'll be able to tell you.
You should be able to tell me exactly what I need to know. Hopefully gonna get some bait right here, son. Boys, check this out. This is a good looking hole. That's a good looking hole. Yeah, sideways, but it's a good hole. Pull it just enough, poke this thing in the back, my stake, and there we go. That's in the water. That's a good hole. If we don't catch any today, I'm still gonna try it again, because this is what you're looking for. If you find a creek like this with a deep hole to where you know that the water's sitting still, you see rocks in the bottom, this is perfect habitat for creek chubs and and crawdads, whatever you want to catch. There may be bluegill in there, there may not, but if you're looking for minnows, that's the kind of stuff you're looking for. Now we got 2 traps left. I think I got a pretty good idea of where I want to set both of them.
I think we're 2 for 2, batting 1,000.
I think we are right now. I know that spot's good. That spot looks real good.
It don't look no better than that spot right there.
We also got to decide, what do we really want? Do we really want minnows, or do we really want bluegill? I got one spot where I can catch an extremely rare minnow. You want to do that?
Sure.
Let's do that.
It's the itty bitty hole, huh?
Yeah, the itty bitty.
How rare is it if you catch one every time you go?
All right, here the money hole. This is 100 for 100. And I'm looking at it right now, and I can see minnows. Very small, very hard to see, but they're there. That's probably, I'll either throw my trap right here or right there. I think they're both really good. Small hole, huh?
Very.
It's crazy because one rain could probably fill this in, and then one rain could wash it out and make it twice as deep. Toss up. Here's the thing, the minnows are only about that big. They were big, and then I caught all the big ones the first time. Now they're all that big. It's actually the size bait I'm kind of looking for. I'm not really wanting anything too big, because I'm not trying to catch like a 10-pound bass. I'm trying to catch every bass. Which trap?
The minute, yep.
Yeah, definitely the minnow trap. There's a decent bluegill hole up there, and that's where we're gonna put in our efforts. One bun, you can use dog food or the minnow bait that comes with the trap. And if you're wondering what trap I'm talking about, we actually sell a complete minnow trapping kit on the website, kendallgrayoutdoors.com. But it's pretty cool, and that's pretty much what we've been using. It comes with the trap, the clip, paracord line, 6-foot trap tag, so it's legal, and then a little pack of minnow bait to get started. It's everything you need, and these traps are really good and they'll last forever. So I'm thinking, let's try that. Dude, the trap barely even covers up, but we'll come back, we'll have some fish in there. Probably don't need to, but we're gonna stake it in. I used to not really stake my traps in, and then I lost a bunch of traps from like raccoons and floods, so now I've realized it's a really good idea to stake in your trap. Also, the stake comes with it, if I didn't say that. All right, that one's good. Now let's move on to the last and final hole, where we have potential to bring in bluegill. All right, boys, here we go. This is the minnow trap. This is the bluegill trap, and that's our bluegill hole. Pretty big hole. There's definitely bluegill here. I don't know what I'm saying anymore. I'm just gonna quit. And for this one, since we do have potential for bigger bluegill, I'm putting 2 buns in there. Both of them from August, baby. And I got the long rope because we might have to throw this in a little bit. Might not be bad.
It's that August bun.
Yeah. This could be bad.
Ooh.
That way we don't have to crawl all the way down there to pull it out.
It's a good looking hole though.
Big old hole, good hole. All right. Oh gosh, he's down. He's in the bluegill hole.
I grabbed that. I was going down. Gonna be the first time, I guess.
All right, 4 traps set. Now, since it's a trap, we just gotta give them time. We're gonna go eat. We're gonna go get the bass fishing stuff, get all it ready, and then
we walking back here in a minute.
yeah, we'll see you guys in a little bit. We're gonna get our stuff ready. We're going fishing after this. All right, guys, some time is ticked. We're about to get ready. Got the live well thing. Should be good to go. Probably gonna put the minnows straight in here. Then we'll pull them out as we need them whenever we're getting ready to put the bass in. But we still got to catch the bass before we worry about that too much. But this should be good. We're going to give us a bucket so we can get water out of the creek and stuff. Actually, we should probably put a little bit of water in here now for the first little creeks we hit. For the minnows, we're really just looking for about 10 minnows. Should do as much bait as we need. But we'll keep all the ones we get. We'll dump them in the pond with the bass whenever we get done. First few minutes, that should be good. We'll keep the bucket with us in case we need it. And then let's check this thing before we get out there and it doesn't work. It's working. We're good. All right, we'll get this thing strapped in and then we're heading out. First check. And we got the fishing poles. They're up here. We got our fishing box right here. I'm going to tell you more about that later, but we should be good. Head on out. Let's just check the first trap. We'll go from there. All right, first up, we're going to check the minnow hole. Like y'all remember, we set 4 traps total. I think we're just gonna check 1 or 2 right now before the bass fishing. We really just want to get as much bait that we need for the bass because we don't want to be keeping a lot of fish alive while we're bass fishing because we don't know how long that's gonna take. But the only thing we really want to make sure of is that we get enough bait to actually fish with. And now this one we may have done good, we may have not. Let me pull her up, let's see. And we got about 4 or 5. Looks like they're actually bluegill too. Yeah, these actually kind of look like baby bluegill, so we might not even fish with these. We might just... We're just gonna reset this trap. We'll pick it up on the way out. All right, let's roll. Let's go. All right, so we just dumped those in here. I was taking a look at these. I'll fish one out here. I wanted to get them back to water, of course, but if these are baby bluegill, which I believe they are, these might be better to keep and then put in the pond later. So let's go check one more trap where we usually catch a bunch of minnows. We actually put that trap back in right there. Well, let's go see if we can get some chub minnows, like the actual minnows we're after, because it'd be nice to put those in the pond if we can, since they're actual bluegill. That's a good sign, though. I mean, I've just found a new hole for baby bluegill, at least. Worst case scenario, this is still really good bait. All right, this is the hole. Oh, we got them. We got plenty. Every time. Every time. Look, if you look real close, you can see a bunch of going. They're small, but it's actually really good bait size. But just looking in here, I think we got plenty of minnows that we're looking for. And in that last spot, if it was just minnows, I probably wouldn't reset the trap. But, yeah, look. This has been set for only a couple hours, but I think we got 10, which is exactly what we was hoping for. And now this is just a minnow spot, so I'm not really going to set these back. We'll take a look at them real quick. I don't think any of those are the rare ones. But we did get exactly as many as we was looking for. In a perfect world, we should get 1 minnow per bite. Probably won't work like that, but you never know. Feed the bun to them. Our target today, well, look at there. Fish.
Inside the bread.
Inside the bread. Our target, there's, all right, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, probably.
Perfect.
Our target is to only be taking out about 3 bass. We'll analyze the pond once we get there, but at this pond, there's a bunch of small fish, which means they're most likely stunted because there is too many fish and not enough food. So we're looking to take out about 3. That's the plan. Plan to take out 3. Average size, smaller the better, honestly. We don't care how big they are, we're just trying to get some out, some numbers down. That way all the other fish can get bigger. There we go. Probably don't need to start the aerator just yet. Probably at the next stop we'll start it. All right, let's roll. We got plenty of bait. Now let's go straight to the bass. All right, guys, we are at the location. This is the pond, pretty solid pond, but yeah, it's pretty much it. Let's go ahead. Let's get a little bit more water in here for the bait. Maybe not. Maybe we don't want more water in there because the more water it's in here, the harder it's going to be to catch them and put them on a hook. We will go ahead and we will take that off. Let's pop it open. Yeah, for some minnows, they got a ton of that. And we'll just go ahead and we'll turn on the aerator, make sure they're doing as good as possible. And since we're trying to catch about 3 bass, I'm gonna go ahead and get one rod out in the water, show you how we're doing that. And then I got a special new announcement to make as I rig up the other one. But we're doing a real basic live bait rig. It's gonna be so simple because we're just gonna have to watch the bobber. If it starts floating away, it's probably a fish. Normal size hook, little sinker, pretty big bobber since we're using live bait. We're gonna make it about 1 foot down. Grab a minnow, don't matter what size. Medium size is perfect. Hook it just like I need to through the lips. There's a little minnow. Just gonna cast it out. And there we go. You can zoom in on the bobber. It's gonna move and it's gonna dabble a little bit. But whenever it goes completely under and starts swimming underwater to the side, that's when we know it's a big fish, bluegill or bass. No, bass or catfish. Bluegill probably shouldn't eat this. And we're just gonna leave the rod on the bottom. But, special announcement, are y'all ready for this? We have put together a complete KG catfishing kit. We're working on other species too, but right now we just got the catfish done. And although we're not catfishing, we are live bait fishing, which is pretty similar. Basically, you got 3 different sizes hooks: big circle hooks, normal circle hooks, J hooks, egg weights, split shots, snap swivels, beads, bobber stops, a bail in case you're fishing on the bottom, and then we got 2 bobbers with it too. Complete kit, everything you need to really get started. You can bottom fish, bobber fish. For catfish, that's just about it anyhow. But the cool thing is that since we're live bait fishing, we can pretty much use some of the same stuff. So I'm gonna go ahead and pull out a bobber. I'm gonna pull out one of the normal circle hooks, and I'm gonna pull out a simple split shot. And I'm thinking that should actually be enough for what we're trying to do in the rig. And these are actually up on the website right now, but here's the thing, guys. Whatever you want on the website, KendallGrayOutdoors.com, use promo code VLOG10, all caps VLOG10, 10% off everything. Just because you're watching the vlog channel and you're actually sticking around long enough to get the code. And while we're rigging this up, we'll keep an eye on that bobber because it could take off any second. Good thing is that since it's a big old stinking minnow, bass probably ain't gonna let it go. And then there's a bunch of different ways to rig one of these bobbers, but the way I'm gonna do it is I'm just gonna tie it through. No, I forgot a step. I am gonna need a bobber stop, and I am gonna need a bead. So the bead goes first. No, the bobber stop goes first. Then the bead, then the bobber, then the hook.
You got a fish.
I got a fish?
Yep.
All right, you ready? Sure do. How'd you see that? Just look over, the bobber's gone?
Yeah, the bobber was gone.
He's on there. He got up into some grass. He hung himself up in a lot of grass. He could still be on there. He may not. We're going to have to uncover this salad and find out. There could be a fish in this. There could not. We don't know. Bass in there? Oh, no. Oh, gosh. Oh, no. No, we didn't get him. He got hung up in the grass and got off, but you can see the bluegill. I mean, the little minnow, he's been chopped up a little bit, so we definitely had one. That was good, though. If we'd been watching a little bit closer, then I'd say we would have got him no problem. That's why I was like, let's go ahead and get this thing rigged up and toss him out there. Such a good chance to catch one while we're rigging up. All right, then there's a hook, and then we're gonna come in with this little split shot and smack it on the weight or on the line right about a few inches up. And there we go, our little simple slip bobber rig. whenever I throw it in, the weight's gonna go down to the bottom, this is gonna come up, and this is actually gonna float sideways. But whenever it pulls up and goes like that, that's when we know we got a fish. We're gonna be baiting it up. Same thing, nice little minnow, toss her out. And there we go. And yeah, that's the catfishing kit. It's on the website if you guys want it. If not, stay tuned. Hopefully we're gonna catch a bass. Oh gosh. I want to get more water. I want to get more water to put in our cooler, but whenever we take these fish out, we gotta be careful not to put any of this grass in the pond, because that could actually mess it up.
Spread algae and stuff.
Well, yeah, it could spread this whole new species of grass into the pond. So whenever we pull them out, we just gotta make sure we don't pour all the water in there. We just want to get the fish. That right there with an aerator, that should be plenty. That and over there is getting a lot of action.
Think bluegills?
No, I'd say it's the minnow. But with the minnows, when you're using live minnows, whenever it starts getting jittery, yeah, a lot of times it's because something's right up on it, which is a good sign. See that moving to the side pretty good? That could be a fish, because it's constantly moving one direction.
What would take it under?
Just whenever he decides to go deeper. It could be a fish, it might not. We don't know, I guess, yet. I'm gonna reload a magazine while we're sitting here waiting. Did you see that one go under?
No, I just looked up and
you just looked at it, it's gone. All right, guys, we've been here probably, what, 20 minutes? We've got one good bite, which is good, but if we don't get anything in the next 4 minutes, I think we're gonna pack up. I think we're actually gonna go to my pond, the big pond. There should be at least 40 bass in there. We stocked it with 50. I seen that one of them died for sure. At a minimum, there's 40 bass. I think it wouldn't be a problem to catch 3 or 4 or 5 of them and move over to a different pond, since it's almost springtime before we know it, and they're gonna respawn anyhow. So if we don't get a bite right here really soon, I think we're just gonna move on out, go to a new spot, check the rest of the traps. Looks like we're probably gonna end up bass fishing my pond. Just take some of those. All right, here's the other rod, here's the fishing kit, there's the phone. Catch you guys at the creek. We're gonna check that modified minnow trap for the bluegill. All right, boys, modified bluegill trap. Let's see what we got. I don't think we got nothing.
Nothing.
Nope, nothing. Nothing in this trap. But the bait ain't really gone either, so it may just be not many fish right there right now. We'll move on to the next spot. All right, this is the same trap we checked earlier, but we tossed it back in. So did we get anything? We did. We sure did. We caught more. This time we got creek chubs, which is actually what we was looking for bait. I don't know how that works, but
I cut bluegill out of here last time.
We're just gonna put these back though.
Yeah.
We got plenty of bait. Let's go. And now up for the fish trap.
I think I did see something flashing there.
I think I did too. Let's pull it up and we'll see.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, what the heck? Dude, we got everything in the world. Dude, we got everything in the world. Here, hold that right there. I'm gonna get that other little bucket, because some of those,
Get those bluegill in there.
some of those we don't want to take to the pond. Some of those might actually be the bad species we don't want. That's a lot of fish though. That's sure a lot of fish. I think a lot of these are like shiners. That's not what we want in the pond. Here's a real question for you. How do we get them out?
I think it's what the bottom's for. You're supposed to untie it.
I think it is. Yeah. And then we dump them out just like that. That worked out pretty good.
Good little design.
Pretty good little thing right there. Some of these we don't want though. We're gonna check them. First, let's get the bread out. We'll leave the bread for them. Just take a handful, see what we got. All right, first we got these little shiner things. We got a bunch of them too. That one's even a sucker right there. We got a couple suckers, a couple shiners. You can see those aren't regular creek chubs. They're like really shiny. Really cool looking fish, but they're not what we're looking for. They're not good. I mean, they're good bait, but they don't do super well like that. Some kind of shiner, creek shiner, but they don't do good outside of creeks. And they don't transport very well either. There's a bigger one. Really good looking, but they don't do very well. They die really easy. We'll keep on looking. Here is our first like bluegill. Well, once again, that's a big creek chub, but we're really don't need bait no more, so we're just gonna toss them back. I think we got a lot of fish, but a lot of fish we just don't need right now. Here we caught a big one. That's a big green sunfish though. That's what we don't want in the pond. There's more. There's a sucker, big sucker, creek sucker fish, whatever. Don't need them. There we got more creek chub and them shiny things. Here we got that's a bluegill. There we got more. That's a bluegill. Did we ever pick that one up off the ground?
Yep.
All right, cool. There's some suckers, creek chub, and weird shiners. Dude, we got a lot of fish, but not the ones we're really looking for. Same things. Here's a big creek chub, but not what we're looking for. And that is a big sucker.
See the mouth.
Hmm?
You see that thing in the mouth.
You know it's a sucker because it's got like the mouth that's on the bottom. Otherwise, they're really good for bait too, but we're not looking for bait anymore. Now we're looking for fish to put in the pond. And that right there, all them little shiny things.
30 in there?
Probably had 30 in there, and only two of them that we wanted to keep.
Still though, trap worked good.
Yeah, the trap worked pretty good. Now we're going to take what we got on up to the pond. We're going to fish to try to catch some bass out of my pond. All right. Okay. This is Adam's first time seeing the pond in a little bit, so.
That's nice.
What do you notice that's new since you've been here?
The dock, new ducks, black pallets, a picnic table for the bears.
Fireplace, black pallets, those kind of, supposed to be fish structure once the water comes back up. Let's walk out on the dock. It's pretty cool. Right now, it doesn't look like it goes out as far, but that's just where the water's down a little bit. But whenever it raises up, there should be water under all of it. And there's some bluegill right there. It's not really what we're after. We're after bass, but. Go ahead and take your big walk out on there.
I'm nervous. Pretty nice, ain't it?
Pretty good. It feels small because we got a boat on it, but you know, you just, there's your walkway. There we go. See if I can walk around.
Is there a chair out here?
Oh yeah, a rocking chair. You know how cool that'd be? Got a little fish feeder, but realistically, this is actually the duck feeder. Because I got this one to set off with cheaper feed for the ducks, like 2 minutes before. That way they're over here eating. And then the fish feeder over there goes off, and it actually has higher quality fish feed, but I don't want the ducks eating it, so I let this go off as almost like a decoy. Here, hold this. Watch this. Here you go, it's about to start spitting feed. Watch the ducks, they should come flying. Here we go, here we go. And they come over and they eat the feed.
Sean tastes slow.
And then we got little fish right here that live under the dock. They eat the feed too. But yeah, the ducks, you can definitely see the ducks eat a lot of feed. And that was supposed to be only 1 second of feed, so. But like if I only had the fish feeder going off, these dudes would eat all the fish feed and the fish wouldn't actually get anything.
They let you hand feed them?
I've never tried, but I mean, I'm pretty close to them. What's crazy is that the mallards, they're wild. Like straight out of the wild, born in the wild and everything. But I mean, I guess they're not really wild anymore if they just stay here all the time. They could migrate anytime though. So not much we could do about that.
So did they just come here or did you?
So they were kind of rescued from a pond that didn't want them. And then they brought them here because I kind of wanted them. But they just stayed. They found food. I gave them a duck house. They got water. They just stay. They'll most likely leave though when it gets cold. But hopefully they'll come back in the summer, since if they like it enough.
Not Shantae, right?
No, Shantae. I don't actually know if Shantae can fly.
Yeah, it didn't look like it.
But I think she's a flightless duck. But I mean, she does all right. She don't really care. She's living her best life. Cool little place. Cool little place.
I'm off.
Yeah, it's came a rain. I just kind of threw the boat up on there so it didn't float away. Let's check in on our fish. As you can see, it's a little wet back here. Almost died, but we didn't, so we're good.
Just happy to be here.
So you got the little aerator. Looks like it might be about to die. Ain't much air coming out of that. Let's go out on the pier thing and get these rods out so we can hurry up catching a bass or something. It's pretty cool.
So I see that's different.
The duck house thing? Yeah, it's like 2 pieces of plywood floating with the upside down dog house. It's good because it gives them somewhere to get away from bobcats and stuff. And the water still needs to come up really about 4 feet. So we're just in the dry season like Africa, I guess. I don't know. Well, last time you was here, did we have it to where you could drive out on the pier? Like nice and level and stuff? Yeah, now we can just drive the whole thing. We could even drive a truck down here, but we can pull right up to it and you don't gotta walk on rocks. It's pretty sweet. We got this picnic table to set things on, I guess. Got a little fireplace. And then we got that big nice flat rock, that big nice flat rock. And I want me some outdoor rocking chairs. What do you think about that?
Nice.
Put one on the rock and then about every other week come out and fish them out of the pond because wind blew it in or something. That's what it'll be like. That'd be cool though, because the water should be coming like way up to this rock. But to be able to sit right here in a rocking chair, fish right here, it's gonna be pretty sweet. And look at all those minnows. That's insane.
Colony of them.
That's insane. But that's what makes this pond so good, is because there's so much bait. And that's what it takes too. Look at all those. So many minnows. And the more bass we take out of here, which there's only about 45, I'd estimate. If we take we got plenty bass in here. They're gonna spawn next year anyhow. And the more we take out, the bigger each one can get. And this is kind of be a trophy bass pond, so. Yeah, let's grab a minnow and let's toss them in. We'll see. We'll go ahead and get started with these dudes. Go ahead and get a line out. I don't think it's gonna take long though.
Imagine we catch the catfish.
Oh, we could definitely catch a catfish right here. Could even catch the albino. Just if he just happens to swim by, I'm sure he's not gonna pass this up. Looking under this bobber, sometimes you can see him flash, but I know there's bass always cruising through here. So if they see a little minnow out there, I'd say they'll take it. See him? He's flashing under there. I don't know what that is or why, but if a bass sees him doing that, bass is gonna take him. There's a bass. There's a bass. I'm gonna reel it right in front of him. I see one. See if I can feel it right there. Make a little bit of commotion. Then right under it should be the bass. I just seen a bass right here cruising around these rocks. So I'd say if he sees it, he should take it. Or at least that's what we're hoping. Oh, this bobber might be doing something now. It's sure getting active. That usually means something could be right upon it. Oh, this one ain't got bait on it no more. That could mean something. Could be a sign of some activity close by.
Something took it off. You just had that minnow you just had on the
Yeah.
dead.
Something came and grabbed it?
Right over there. I think it's the minnow that just fell off.
Oh, right there, right there. Here, grab the phone, grab the phone, grab the phone. Dude, that was perfect.
Told you it was.
And you just said you seen him.
Mm-hmm.
And there's another bass with him. Hurry, get this thing up here. What the heck, dude? That's big. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Dude, we stocked these things this spring. We're gonna reuse that bait because they had a buddy with him.
Healthy
Dude,
looking, ain't he?
Look at that bass. That's good. Here, let's get a thumbnail picture real quick. Here you go, squat down right here. Ching, ching, ching. Perfect. All right, now you can turn it normal camera. Let's put this guy in live. There we go, dude. I mean, this is one of the bass that was 3 inches at the beginning of the year. He's super fat. We're gonna put him right in here in the live well. We're gonna wait just a minute before we take him. We will close it when it gets dark. We'll be sure to turn this on. Pretty sure whenever I was reeling it up, he had a buddy right there with him. And whenever they're younger like this, they'll definitely pack up. Let's put this, even though this minnows dead, he's not completely dead. We're gonna put him right back out there. See if we can get him right here. Ready? We're gonna see if we can get his buddy. No, I wouldn't be surprised if his buddy's right here too. Sees a splash. Will he come and get it? Gonna bounce it. If his buddy's here, his buddy might just come and take it. I'm gonna bring this one over and put it in this area too, because I think there's a bass. Oh no, we got one right over here. We got one right over here. Oh, we had him.
Came off?
Yeah, he was on it. He was eating it. I might be able to get it back out there. Not like this though. Look what he done to the hook. He got it all jumbled up. Might have been why we didn't hook him. Let's get it back out there. He's looking for it. Something's eating this one now. Something's got that one. Something's got this one. He's got it. He's got it. Oh man, he had it. He had it. We're getting action now all of a sudden. This one could go straight under. Hand me that 360, that GoPro thing. I'm gonna clip it right here. All right, we're gonna let this camera watch this. You see him?
He's going to it.
Oh, he's going to it. He's going to it. There he is, right there. See the bass? Right there's the bass.
There's another one behind it.
Is it?
Yeah.
They're traveling in like group packs right now. Just fine. We're just trying to catch a few to take to the other pond.
What if he reeled to it?
And bounced it. Let me try it. I'll bounce it a little bit. This is the first time we've actually tried to catch bass out of this pond. Oh, I see him over there. See him over there?
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna take the bobber off, just cast it. Oh, there he is. Grab it, grab it, grab it. Reel him in. Other way, other way, other way. You're unscrewing the reel. All right, you got it. Adam. Oh, with a big one. Yeah, bring him on up. Just pull him on up. Yeah, now grab the line. Oh, I'm holding the phone. Go ahead and lip him. Hold him tight. Unhook him. Let's get him in the live well. That's fish number 2. Let's see that thing. Dude, that's a good fish.
That's the same size.
Yeah, I mean, they're not super long, but they're super good size.
Mm-hmm.
That's number 2. If we can get 3, we're very happy with that. All right. There you go. Both those bass. In the live well. Let's see if we can finish it up and catch a third one right here. I might just take the bobber off this one and go straight up live bait. I mean, twitching it around. All right, guys, we're in a pretty good position right here. We got 2 bass in the live well. Our goal for today is only move 3. We're gonna start small. We can always catch more if we need to. But I'm gonna go ahead and put up this one, the one with the bobber. I just tossed in a dead minnow, twitched it twice, and 2 big fish fought over it. But they didn't end up biting the hook, so he didn't catch him. But he did take my bait, so I'm gonna have to go back in and rebait to get anything. So far, I will say, this rig working really good. It's caught both the fish actually, this bobber rig, which is really kind of made for catfish, but really it's made for live bait. That's what I really made it for. But yeah, let's grab a new minnow. We're gonna toss it in right there. There's 2-3 bass patrolling that area because we've just had so much live bait right there. And yeah, then we're gonna try to get these dudes over in the pond as soon as we can. But the other pond is like 100 yards from here, so the move should be a really easy move. These 2 bass are doing super well. They got plenty of bait fish there with them. The aerator's really doing good, pumping. 2 bass down. How'd that feel?
Felt good. Same size.
You done that one all yourself.
Yeah, well.
You seen the bobber go down? Instincts kicked in.
I'd go get it. Let the pole go under.
Not again.
No.
All right, let's grab another minnow. I think these bass are like trying to eat some of these. Just shows how aggressive they are. I'm having trouble catching the bait. I'm catching a bunch of bluegill. Like I'm catching the bluegill. I'm not catching the minnows by my hand. Need a little bait now. All right, that'll be fine. He's tiny, but he should be perfect. You can just film on that.
I don't know how to hold this thing.
We'll let you film on this then.
I don't know where I'm
going little minnow through the lips with 1 split shot. But now I've seen some fish right here, so I'm just gonna sight fish them. If you want to catch some bass, you put just a hook and like a little bluegill, and you're gonna catch a lot because they are gonna see that and go crazy. I'm just gonna twitch it around until I see him, then I'm gonna cast right on top. You see him?
Yep. He's right there.
Yeah. Watch this. He didn't hit it that time. Oh gosh. Did he take my bait? He did. He took my bait. Gave me a knot in my line too. Big giant fish. What was that? Minnow, perfect.
That's the one that keeps jumping.
One of the minnows jumped out. If we do this right, or if we get lucky, I guess, this will be the last one we have to catch, and we should pull in a bass right here. Some things got to line up perfectly. We got to get lucky a little bit, but... Ready? Here we go. Not going to take long.
It is.
There he was. Super healthy. Super healthy bass.
Don't go down there. All right. That's a good one, dude. Already.
This thing ain't been alive but half a year, and that's already better than a lot of the ponds we fish. Let's get this dude in the live well. Then I'm gonna go throw that one in and see if another bass will eat him. But dude, 3 nice bass. That's good. That's good. Number 3. 3 nice bass in there. Let's go move them over to the pond. Let's get these dudes out and let's get them in the water. Look at them. Them's healthy, buddy.
Got a belly on them, dude.
Big old fish. All right, then. I guess that one's on me. I need to grab their mouth. There's one. Nice little bass. We'll let him go right over here.
Water should be about the same, shouldn't it?
Yeah, the water should be overall the same. Comes from all the same spot. Can't hardly hold on to them. Ow, super sharp teeth. Too much water now. Come on, man. Can't get them. Anyways, there's another nice bass. There's only going to be 3 bass in here, but I do think that's okay. I think that's okay. I think those 3 are going to be very dominant. And whether they're male or female, I don't know. But whenever they're ready to catch, they should be here. And they should really dominate this place.
So what's the count in this place? What do we got?
I think we've got right around 12 catfish, 3 bass. I don't know how many bluegill because there's a chance they spawned. But if they haven't spawned, I would say around 200 bluegill.
Okay.
And we're putting in, what, 15, 20 more bluegill right now? Like I was saying earlier, we gotta watch out. Make sure that the grass from this thing don't go in there. So if I pour it out up here on the bank, it shouldn't make it to the pond for a while. You can see how many bluegill we're putting in. Most of those are bluegill, maybe 5 of them are the minnows, but a couple minnows. The chub minnows aren't gonna reproduce in the pond, but they will be a one-time snack for a bass. Pretty. Some more bluegills. And there we go. Successful fish mission, I'd say. If you guys don't know, that pond that we just caught them out of, we caught them all. We stocked them all as really baby fish, and you can see how much they've grown. But this pond is like an experimental pond. We've been catching them and stocking them in here. So if you want to watch that, where we done it with the catfish, click right over here. Or for some big old bluegill we caught and stocked, click right over here.
Thank you everyone for supporting KG. Go get yourself some merch at kgoutdoors.com. Bye.